Hello. Hi, everyone. It's just me right now. I'm trying to find the chat here. Hey, Maria. Hey, Jen. Jason's, hold on. I'm a hot mess right now. Hey, Jen. Jason's, hold on. I'm a hot mess right now. Jason's, hold on. I'm a hot mess right now. Hey guys, can you hear me? I think there's something wrong with my phone. The video's all garbled, so can you guys see me and hear me? Hopefully. Yes, totally Mercury retrograde. Although I see this garbled on my phone when I'm in other people's lives as well, so I think it might just be me. But Jason's running a couple minutes late, so I just wanted to come in and say hi to everyone. Oh, thanks, Jenna. I was running late because I had to straighten my hair, and yeah. Okay, good. Allison, I got this package and it smelled like an expensive store, which I really liked. So I'm really excited for Jason to get here because we've been wanting to go live for quite a while. Hey, how are you guys? Thank you. How's the sound? Because I just got this new webcam and I'm not sure. It's kind of weird. Things are reversed in the webcam and I'm not sure how to fix that. Oh my goodness. Jason's never late, Louisa. Okay. I'm not sure if Jason's late or not usually, but yes. Okay. Well, how are you guys? It is hot here for once. We're kind of in the middle of winter, but here in Florida, you know, it's always warm. So I'm kind of liking this break from the cold, which to me 60 degrees is cold, but I know, I know some of you Canadians are probably freezing. So Maria's here, Allison's here, Jen, and some people that I haven't met yet. Louisa, Liminal Lark, hello. So I'm super behind on YouTube videos, but I'm still watching the gratitude, the gratitude challenge, and I'm still watching trinket videos, and I'm still watching oh gosh, Astro Ladies mood decks and main decks. And so I'm super behind. Coldest we've had since 2010. Okay. Maria's in Germany, so. Oh yes, Jen, you're in the summertime. I'm in perpetual summer, so yeah, it's kind of nice. I know people sometimes get jealous, but the only time I get jealous of other people's weather is at Christmas time when it's snowing. I'm going to pull a card while we're waiting for Jason. This might just be me. Do you guys have big Valentine's Day plans? Zero degrees, yes. Sorry, Allison. I grew up in Minnesota, so I don't miss the weather. Eight of Swords reversed. Huh. That's not a good card for a live. whatever. Okay. I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm going to walk away from technical difficulties. I know, Maria, the trinket video, I have my jar of trinkets up here, and I had never seen anyone with trinkets until I saw Angela's video. I was talking to her before she started her channel, and I was like, wow. It just kind of seemed natural. I've been collecting trinkets. I think everyone has that kind of little box full of stuff from their childhood or something. Oh, yes, you're in the future, Jen. Oh, happy anniversary. 12 years. That's impressive. Oh, sometimes, I don't like to, we can't go out or anything. So I think we're going to order dinner in. But congratulations on your anniversary. It's so weird that it's the future there. Is that -16, Maria, Minnesota? Yeah, that's too cold. It's just too cold. I can't live there. Okay, I don't like digging my car out of the snow. Yeah, I like your idea of little notes, Maria. I saw your Instagram post with the stuff you rated from your arts and crafts stash. Okay, Jason. Okay, I don't think he's responded to me, but well, this is awkward, but okay. So I pulled the 8 of Swords reverse. Anybody want a reading while I'm here? Yeah, congratulations and happy anniversary, Jen. That is 12 years is definitely something to celebrate. So is Valentine's Day your anniversary? That's kind of cute too. Okay, Maria, let me know your question and I'll give you a reading while we're waiting. Yeah, that is easy to remember. That's a good day to celebrate love. My students told me Valentine's Day was a conspiracy. That's what one of them told me yesterday, and I was like, yeah. What do I have to keep in mind while planning my Minnesota trip in the summer? Are you coming to Minnesota in the summer? I'm going to use the Golden Girls Tarot, by the way. Where in Minnesota are you going, if you want to share? Or is it the Twin Cities? Is that where you're going? Okay, well, I have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. And I don't know if this is you or if this is someone else, but oh, I know that you had gone to high school in the U.S., but I didn't know it was in Minnesota. So I don't know if this is you. See, my other camera focuses really well, and this one's kind of annoying. But I feel like someone might come in and kind of um, throw a wrench into your plans. And I feel like that someone kind of wishy-washy maybe. And I feel like you can still have, oh my God, okay. Boop, hey Tangy. Plan on, oh my, okay, well that puts these in a different perspective. Okay. I think you should, is he the wishy-washy one? Is this your high school sweetheart? Oh my goodness. That's exciting. That's exciting, but I think you shouldn't build that up too much. I think it'll be, this Five of Cups I'm not seeing as negative. I just think that it might not be how you initially like are daydreaming about it, but I think it's going to be, if you choose to see it that way, it can be positive. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it might not be everything you thought. Like this person is kind of caught up in, you know, maybe a little too rigid in seeing things a certain way. And I think, you know, people have changed since high school. And so I think that if you choose to look at, you know, the cups that are still there, it's going to be positive, but you know, you can't go off the rails with like what you're daydreaming about or how you think it's going to go. But I don't think it's going to be bad. It's good to daydream. I think daydreaming is linked to your intuition. You just have to, you know, don't get too locked into that, you know, he might not conform to your daydreams. There's Jason, you guys. I hope that makes sense. This is the first real reading I've done with these cards. So if you don't like the reading, we'll blame it on that. Okay. Jason!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad that you are here. We've been planning this live forever. And we were just chit-chatting in the chat here, and I gave Maria a reading, and it was fabulous.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I want to apologize for my tardiness. Um, I live in Alexandria, Virginia, so it's very icy, snowy, and of course, I had to drive in it, so I was being very cautious. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, we were talking about the weather. I'm in Florida, you know, and I was talking about how hot I am today. And, you know, Jen's in summer and everyone else is like in below freezing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember those days of driving in the ice and snow, and it wasn't my cup of tea.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Well, I'm glad you arrived safely.
Yes, me too. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for your invitation on this live. I hope everyone is doing well that's in the chat. I'm excited.
Yes. So, I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. It fits really well, so I appreciate the
Oh,
shirt on
good.
me. I love
Um,
it.
Now, if you don't know, Jason's channel had a name change recently. So he was Readings with Jason, and now he is Tarot by the Pines, which I find often kind of makes me, I want to just look up like Tarot by the Pines. And I kind of want to look up in a daydreamy way. It's a good name. It's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, it readings with Jason, it didn't really speak to me anymore because when I
Mhm.
first started the Instagram and YouTube back in I want to say early 2020. And now that this whole 2020 is gone, we're in a new year, a new administration. I feel like it was time for a change. And Terra by the Pines, inspired by nature. I was
Yes.
born in Southern Virginia, surrounded by the trees. I was out in the boonies, as some will call it, and we had pine trees around us, and I was just so inspired by going back to nature, and that's what tarot is to me. It just takes me out of the hustle and bustle of every day, and just it just gives me calmness and peacefulness, and yeah,
I think I reconnect to what's true. When I do tarot, it's like all that noise. It's easy to get sucked into thinking that all that is what's real and what's true, and really, it's not. I just there aren't very many things that help me go inside as much as tarot
mhm.
does, and reflect. Tarot and journaling probably are the big ones.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
So, what made you start your channel to begin with? I'm always interested to know because my journey to YouTube was many years in the making. I kind of went back and forth a lot and was scared to do it. So, what made you do it?
Well, I was on the same boat like you, Amy. I was really intimidated by YouTube. Like I would like watch other people's YouTubes in the tarot community, and I really want to do that, but I don't think I'm ready for it.
Hmm.
But definitely your channel, and then Julie from Peekaboo Rose, who she has amazing energy. Y'all two really inspired me to just put myself out there and just go for it. And yeah, that's
Well,
what
I'm glad you
helped
did.
start it. Yeah, thank you. And I
I
really,
love Julie. I love her channel, and she just has a way about her and a way of phrasing things that I think is funny and intelligent. And she's, very nice, but she's not a pushover. And I really admire that.
yes, I wonder if is
Nice,
she
but
in the
not too nice.
chat?
What did you say?
Oh, is she in the chat?
I don't think she is right now.
Okay.
But Tangi, I really like the word whilst. I'm glad you used that. So we have Tangi and Maria from Lady Knight of Avalon, Louisa.
Ooh.
We have Noble
Hello.
Mark and Jen. Who else did I see? I don't want to forget anyone. Tech Coven, Allison from Tech Coven.
Oh, hello. Hope everyone's doing well.
Elemental Cartomancy, hello. Welcome. So I just want to kind of ask you some more about YouTube because I always sometimes I wish there was someone I could call and like bitch to about YouTube because it's kind of I have this love-hate thing. So do you ever experience I guess I experience a lot of I fret a lot about YouTube and I get into the habit of comparing myself to other people and I should be here and I should have that views and that's why I turned off my subscriber count because I drove myself crazy. And
Uh-huh.
so I've decided I'm done with those numbers and I'm just gonna make the videos I want to make and leave it at that. You know,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on on the YouTube beast?
Well, YouTube is definitely its own beast, like you
Yeah.
said. There's definitely a lot to it, like with the whole keeping up with the videos, the tarot VRs, and everyone that puts content out there. You want to do it, but then you're basically putting yourself out there to be compared, and really,
Yes.
you don't really want that. But from my short experience on YouTube, I started in I want to say March April 2020, everyone has been really welcoming, and I love that people watch my stuff and they comment, and I just enjoy the interaction with everyone. And I think that's probably the best thing about YouTube, besides the good content. I love the
Mhm.
interaction between everyone. You start the conversation and you learn from everyone in the comments. It's just basically a good educational resource tool.
It really is because, I just really started my channel to kind of make videos about different cards, and I don't know how much I've done that, but I really wanted to just kind of go deeper into the cards and challenge myself. And I thought, if I have to teach it or if I have to talk about it, then I'm going to learn more. But
Hmm.
everyone has such different ideas. And I've just found a bunch of, ideas and ways of looking at things that I never really thought of before. And that's
Right.
one of the things I really do like Tarot Tube. I think people keep it positive for the most part, and I don't put up a video and fear that I'm gonna have people say crazy things.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why I'm glad my channel's pretty small, because you don't attract so many crazies.
Yeah, and you can keep up with like your followers. Like if you gain like so many followers, it's hard to keep up with everyone who comments. I mean, I know pretty much everyone's name that comments on my stuff or watch it,
Yeah.
and I like that small group. I
Yeah.
like, I'm not big. I don't plan on being big. I just want to just put my stuff out there and just have fun with it, and I hope others have fun watching my stuff.
Yes, I don't really plan on getting big either. And so when I find myself like beating myself, like, why didn't that get views? I'm like, well, what's your goal? You want to be a
Mhm.
movie star? No, I just, I'm going to make my video, and I made it for myself. And hopefully at least one person will find it somewhat meaningful, or, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so I just have to keep letting myself off the hook. I know Allison said something here, Tech Coven. Oh my gosh, I will definitely volunteer as tribute for anyone who needs a sanity check about TarotTube. Good, Allison. Thank you. I might be texting you. No. Oh, the pink theme. Thank you. I did want to wear sort of something Valentine's-y. Maria said she had that comparison syndrome in the beginning, but now she does not do that anymore. I want to make videos about the things I'm interested in. If others like it, great. If not, oh well. Yes,
Mhm.
I keep trying to remind myself of that. That's kind of the ongoing. Hey, Rochelle. Rochelle's here for Amethyst Ascension. Rochelle, I have to go watch the playback of you and Laura from Aquamarine 18. I was in class when it was on. But thanks for being here. Jezebel Von Tex, I love your name. Crazy person here, but I'll keep it. No, don't contain it, Jezebel. I like crazy. It is like a diary. It is. I try not to get too diary-ish, though. However, now, Jason, you are responsible for two tarot decks that I absolutely love, the Light Seers and the Golden Girls. And by the way, I just gave Maria a little mini reading with the Golden Girls Tarot. So
Oh, nice.
it was pretty fun about her trip to Minnesota that's upcoming here. Um, I just love the decks that you use, because I just watched a video of yours where you went through several decks. I
Uh-huh.
think it was the main decks, mood decks. Did you do that one? No, it was the dating the tarot.
Dating the Tarot,
Yeah.
yes.
And I just love all of your deck choices.
Oh, well, thank you.
I know you have sort of a similar
We
taste at tarot.
Yeah, we definitely do. And I recently, I guess I'll give y'all a sneak peek. I recently filmed a purging video. It was very fun, spontaneous video that I just went through all of my decks and just like put each deck in a different pile, whether I'm going to keep it or maybe I'll modify it because I've never modified a deck, and I always thought that was interesting. But I was always scared to do modification to a deck that I like.
Yes.
So I'm definitely going to modify one of my Doreen Virtue decks.
Those are good practice
They
decks.
are. They are. So I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm very excited to show everyone all the decks in my collection.
Good. Now, how many are you getting rid of? Are you going to
Um,
tell us, or is that a secret?
I actually did not count them, but I did count like the total decks that I have in my collection. That was very eye-opening. Um, I
Was it
have.
a lot?
It was a lot to me. I didn't think I had that many. I have 29 tarot decks and 9 oracle decks.
Okay.
That to me is a lot because I started getting decks last year, and that's a lot.
Oh, so that's just in a year?
That's just in a year. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
We have to pace yourself, Jason.
Yes,
There's no rush.
there is no rush. I think with the whole idea of like each new deck is shiny, and I have that FOMO kind of thing, like fear of missing
Yes.
out. I want the deck. I want to touch it. I want to like work with it. But if I get the deck and I don't enjoy it and I work with it and I just
Yeah.
like, dang, it should have like stayed on my wish list longer. That way it would like simmer instead of like
Was it Maria who was in one of, I saw someone's video and they said the way they honor their deck is to use it. And
okay.
so I kind of feel icky when there's a deck that just kind of sits there and doesn't get used. And I feel like even if I use it once in a great while, that's fine. But I do have some that I don't know why I feel like I can't get rid of them. Like I never touch them. I don't look at them. They're on a shelf somewhere. Why
Uh-huh.
can't I let go?
And they're collecting dust. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have had that experience where I have a deck for many years and suddenly it starts talking. So I'm hesitant to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now your grand dame, I love that you call it that, is Everyday Witch, right?
That is true. This is my grand dame, the Everyday Witch.
I love it.
I just love this deck. It's one of my oldest decks in my collection. It's one of the first tarot decks I used to learn the tarot. Fun fact for anyone who doesn't know this, the old traditional RWS artwork that you see on every traditional tarot deck, I do not like it. I feel it's very, it's old fashioned, but it's something that we learn the tarot from. And I didn't recently get a traditional RWS deck until I got the Smith Waite Centennial Edition. And that just was a total game changer. I love the fact that the cards are like that coffee tea stained type of looking deck. It makes it look very authentic, very um, old, like it's been used.
Is that
And
the one that has the blue back, the light blue back? I don't think it is.
um, I think it's the light green,
Okay.
light green. And that's the deck that has Pamela Coleman Smith's name that comes first.
Okay.
And I really like that aspect since she, did the work of the art.
You've showed that deck, I think, on some of your videos, and I did like it because that the classic Rider Waite, it is kind of I could not even for the longest time could not even like it was like ew it was just like
Yeah,
70s or something. But I mean it's not 70s, but that orangey yellowy just wasn't pretty.
yeah. And then the whole plaid backs. I love plaid, but those blue plaid
Those
backs.
are like the worst. I
Oh,
mean, what are you thinking? I don't know. Like, what are you thinking about?
yeah.
They actually kind of make me mad, those plaid backs. Someone needs to get fired over those.
Yeah. But at least there's variations of like the card backings for the RWS, like the one that you have that I really like. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember it. It's like very bold colors.
Is it the Universal? Is it
No,
the
not
Radiant
the.
My Spirit, the borderless one?
Yes, there we go. The Radiant
Yeah.
Wise.
I love that deck.
Yeah, and the
I
backs are really
got it
nice.
because it's borderless and it's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Let's check the chat.
Let's see.
Louisa says he's a collector. That it wasn't you, Maria, who said that. Okay, well, it was somebody wise. Rochelle says, yeah, some you don't use because you don't really, yeah. Now, Marseille, Rochelle, I don't like the look of Marseille decks. I have one because I studied in Venezuela in college, and I got it from like a little shop there, and that was kind of a souvenir because it was in Spanish. But it's ugly, and I don't use it, but I don't get rid of it because it's my souvenir. But Marseille doesn't do it for me. What do you think of Marseille, Jason?
I'm not very familiar with. I've seen like images of Marseille decks, but it just doesn't really call to me. But I feel like I need to learn more divination tools besides the tarot. Like I do want to dabble in tea leaf reading, the ruins, but I'm just so intimidated. I guess I need to get out of that.
Well, I got it's still sitting here. I haven't read with it yet, but I got this teacup for Christmas.
Ooh.
So tea leaf reading has been on my to-do list for a long time. We should do a video where we read each other's tea leaves.
That would be fun.
We'll just try it and see what happens.
Yeah, hey, two brains are better than one. I like that.
Might go south, but it'll be an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just tell me your tarot story, so you want to do tea leaf reading. Have you ever been called to anything like Thoth or Lenormand or Kipper cards or anything like that? Playing cards?
I've seen a Kipper deck. I don't remember the name of it. It looked very interesting, but then again, I'm always called back to tarot, even though I have an intention of trying new things. Lenormand, not so much. Yeah, for right now, tarot is definitely the biggest thing on my plate right now. I don't have a big plate, so.
That's true. I don't have a big plate either. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, I feel like I have so much to learn with tarot. I don't really have space in my brain for Lenormand, but I feel peer pressured. I'll just say that. I feel like everyone else is doing it and I have to do it too. But
I mean, there's so many layers to tarot. So I feel like once we start and we think we got the groove, we're only like scratching the surface of tarot. So I think tarot has so many layers.
It's like I feel I got this one day, and then the next day I feel like a complete beginner.
Yes.
And I feel like everyone knows more than me. I'm usually the last person to get any memo, but.
Oh, gosh.
Maria says that's why I'm so glad tarot is mainstream now, because we have so many decks to choose from.
Yes.
Yes. Even just 10 years ago, maybe, there were not this many decks. And they weren't so easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, I was just supposed to say they weren't as accessible back then.
Yeah. Jezebel said, I hated the RWS, started with Thoth, and then your comment just jumped up. Okay. Started with Thoth, and I lost my place again. And RWS are so ugly art compared to the beauty in the Thoth. But now I get the system of RWS. Still don't like the original art, but it's not as ugly to me anymore. Yeah, it kind of became, it became less ugly. Time went on. But Thoth, I have a Thoth deck it's one of those in the box on a shelf behind some stuff with dust on it, and it just doesn't really have anything to say to me. So
it hasn't talked yet.
No, it hasn't talked yet, but I feel like I'm a tarot reader. I should own a Thoth deck, so I just kind of it stays there, just so I can say I have it.
Yeah. Well, it's a new year, so maybe I'll be called to get a new type of deck, maybe Thoth or Marseille, something. It's a new year, so yeah.
I did read. I have a book about Thoth. It's called Understanding Crowley's Thoth Tarot, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, even if you have no intention of reading Thoth, I think there's a lot of good info,
Oh,
there.
okay.
It can't. I think it's good for any tarot reader, even if you don't read Thoth.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to put that on my wish list then.
Do you have any tarot guilty pleasures?
Funny you mentioned that. I have two actually. The first one is I got it from you, and I'm pretty sure you know
Oh no,
already.
you're picking up my bad habits, Jason.
The first one is resetting a deck, which is where you have all these cards out of order, and it's just something so well. You can't really say it's a guilty pleasure, but it is for me. It's just like putting all the cards back together, and I feel like I bond more with that deck once I put all the cards back and just getting everything in order. That's definitely like my main guilty pleasure, and then the second one is just shuffling. It just like if I'm watching TV or something, I will have a tarot deck in my hand just shuffling. I feel like it's so calming and it's so peaceful and it just de-stresses me.
And it keeps me from eating unhealthy snacks
There
because
you
I'm
go.
occupied. But I just reset a deck today that I'm going to make a video about, and it was like, oh yeah, this card, okay, it's just quality time with your deck.
Yes,
I
yes.
love resetting a deck because I feel like I'm being productive, but it's relaxing and um, yeah. So, what are your YouTube channel goals now that you have like a new channel name, fresh channel? Where do you see yourself taking your YouTube channel?
So I'm being called to be more fun on my channel. I want to do more educational videos. I
Mhm.
want to dissect a card for each video. Like a random card. Just pull one up and just dissect it. Talk about the meaning. I feel like that would be not only a great resource for myself since I'm still a beginner in tarot, but I feel like it's a great resource for anyone because you learn so much from people reading tarot. Everyone has their own interpretation of each card, so I really enjoy that. I definitely want to become a more resourceful YouTube channel. All and keeping the fun content with the hashtags. Those are so much fun.
Yeah.
Um, and I want to dabble in doing skits, like tarot skits and oracle skits. Just be like some lighthearted fun where I
Oh
can
my
just be
gosh,
free and just
you have to check out Between Worlds. Nancy Antonucci, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but go to her website. She puts on plays and stuff that she's done
ooh,
based on the tarot. Um,
ooh,
she's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. She's fabulous. I don't know if she has any info about that on her website, but
huh,
um, yeah,
yeah, that's
that does sound fun. Your channel's already really fun, so that surprises me that you would say you want it to be more fun.
oh well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I just want to let loose because I feel like I put so much pressure on myself with my videos. Like I try to be the perfectionist when it shouldn't be like that. It should be like very fun, lighthearted, something that just is not a chore, if you
Yeah,
know what I mean. Like I already struggle to film videos because I don't have much time in my on my plate. So when I want to make a video, when I do make a video, I want it to be fun and I want it, to reflect that in my videos. Not to say like my videos don't reflect that. It's just, the behind the scenes stuff of
yeah, it
making
is.
film.
It can feel like work sometimes, and I don't like that. And I finally got a setup where I can just like film a video at any hour because I got
Mm,
some lights and stuff. But before that, it was like the light had to be right, and how am I going to do that? And it was just too stressful. But I do have to, rein myself in if it starts feeling like a chore. Definitely. I think
yeah,
absolutely. If you're going to have a small channel that's just putting yourself out there, it has to be fun.
yeah, for sure. I agree.
Maria says, lights or Marseille and Sloth do not want to talk to me. I'm not one of the chosen ones either, Maria. I missed some comments here. So many decks, so little time. That's the total truth.
Yes.
Yes, resetting. Everyone loves resetting a deck. There's now I don't know if you watch Allison's channel, Tech Coven, but I love her As If series because they're just like quick videos where she goes through each card in the deck.
Hmm.
And that's your 90s tarot, right, Allison? I really like those. I tried to go through the whole deck thing, and I really stressed myself out. Like, I don't know who am I to say what I think about this card, or I don't know. I just gave myself a complex with it. But I would be interested, Jason, if you went through the deck or you just pulled a random card and did a skit about it. I would totally watch that.
Yeah, I feel like that would be so much fun. I recently did a skit that's going to be on someone else's channel, so that really inspired me to just have more fun with it. Just let loose, and I'm so excited for everyone to see that. I won't say who it is because I they haven't filmed their portion yet, but it's going to be hilarious. I'm very
It's a
excited.
tarot skit?
It is a tarot skit.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Well, I will be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Okay. What do you think? It's time to go Barbara Walters here. Now, do you read for others?
I used to when my whole social media was readings with Jason. That was my intention of creating this tarot journey. Um, so I did read for others. I read paid and non-paid, but I feel that portion of reading for others, especially being paid for it, I had put again so much pressure on myself. I wanted to make sure the reading was um, applicable to the querent,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I'm still fresh in this tarot journey, and um, I've decided that's not for me just yet.
Well, that's fair enough. I have been reading for 20 years almost, and I still don't know if it's for me or not. So, here and there, I read for other people. So, how did you even get into tarot? What's your tarot story?
All right, so my tarot story, I have two stories. So the first one I guess I stumbled into tarot back in 2017 when the whole Wild Unknown tarot deck became
Yes.
massively popular. That was like the talk of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I stumbled upon that deck. I think I was looking up like some Blair Witch type of stuff because that deck reminds me of that aesthetic, the darkness with the
Yeah.
light and, yeah. So I got that deck, but I really didn't work with it because it didn't really, it was so much because that's really not a beginner friendly deck. In my opinion, I know others, they think, the Wild Unknown is like massively popular. So I don't want to
Yeah.
offend anyone, but it wasn't a beginner friendly deck for me. So I just put it to the side and 2 years later, 2019, my friend who lived upstairs above us, she moved in, and for her housewarming event, she didn't tell anyone that she had this tarot reader come in and give us all tarot readings. And that was very insightful and eye-opening. I was like, wait, yeah, I do have a tarot deck. Maybe I should, look into it more because it's fascinating. I mean, with the whole tarot system, like every card has a specific situation that we've all been through, or a situation that we're going to come across in our lives. And I thought that was really interesting. And I wanted to pick up tarot again, even though I really didn't have tarot in my hands to begin with. So that's how the whole my tarot journey started. So it was two parts, but the second part is the main one.
That is a good party.
Yes.
You have a go and you have a tarot reader.
It was.
And that's fun.
And the handful of people that were there, they don't believe in that stuff. But after they got their reading, they're like, oh, okay. This is legit.
The people I find who claim to, not believe it are the ones who ask me the most questions about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've gotten questions at work too, because I have a bumper sticker that says support your local tarot reader.
Nice.
So I will get people like, someone that teaches in a different grade or something that I don't really see a lot. They'll be like, oh, my uncle's, wife friend, she reads tarot cards and they want to tell me all about it. So I think, deep down people are fascinated, at least, even if they don't buy into it. I can understand people not really jiving with it, but
yeah.
I have friends who couldn't care less, but whatever. Don't push my tarot beliefs on anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the whole deck of Wild Unknown. Maybe in walkthroughs. I don't feel like it's a deck that I don't really get into animal-y decks so much, but it's a pretty deck. It really is pretty.
Yeah, definitely the artwork is very stunning. And it's something that, like I would have most of the cards like in a frame. Like they're that pretty.
I had the Magician and the High Priestess were two of those loose cards in that garage sale haul, and I had them up on these two candle holders in my room here, and I just today pulled them down so that I can send them to Angela because I'm sending her some of the random cards. But yeah, they are really pretty to look at.
Yeah.
But Rochelle said she doesn't think it's a beginner-friendly deck either, and Allison said she loves it now, but it was hard to wrangle at first. It is hard to wrangle. Jen says, I'm glad I wasn't around for the hype of the Wild Unknown. I don't think I'd love it as much if I was. I've never seemed to resonate well with decks I've seen everywhere. That's the way I feel about movies. If everyone's telling me to see it, I'm just defiant. And I'll be like, no, I'm not going to. But then, like, I arrived at Harry Potter 5 years late. I'm like, have you guys read these books? They're awesome. Yeah, we've already read them all.
Oh, that's funny.
That's just the story of my life. I'm going to show off some gifts that Jason was kind enough to send me because my house smells like a bakery or something. So this was in a little package, Jason, and I didn't see it at first, but it is this thing is backwards. It's waffles. Okay, this is my new camera. It's waffles and ice cream air freshener.
Oh, yes.
It does smell like, you walk into the ice cream shop.
Nice.
It's good, but it's dangerous because it makes me kind of hungry. And then I was wearing, my son is obsessed with this too, the carnival cake lotion.
Oh, yeah.
Smells like kind of cinnamony funnel cake. It's really good. It's yummy. And then I was going to light one of these candles. This one is Snowy Walk, and it smells really good. And I love purple. It's my favorite color. And this one, it's such a pretty, I don't know
Oh,
if you can see the
yeah.
flavor. This one is Midnight Kiss. And this smells like, I was just telling Allison, she sent me this package and it smells like an expensive store. And that's kind of this too. Like when you walk into one of those stores and you're like, I want everything in here, but I can't afford anything in here. And you're afraid to touch anything or break anything.
Yes.
So thank you. I love candles. I always have candles going. And you can see I'm almost done with the red velvet.
Ooh,
And I burned
nice.
through one of the Christmas ones very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
So
very
thank
welcome.
you.
You're
I
very
love
welcome.
them. What does it say? Everyday witch is the best. Is that what I saw? Waffles. I know. Is everyone hungry now? Decadence and unaffordable. Yes, that's the best kind of smell. Things I can't afford. That's weird. That's weird to say. So I seriously want to do tea leaf reading with you because I think there's safety in numbers and we wouldn't feel so intimidated if we did one of those together. Does anybody in the comments, do you guys tea leaf read? Jason, do you use pendulums?
I don't. Do you?
I have two. Does that count? I don't use them too much because just simply because I don't, but I want to because I feel like it just is cool and um, I just don't like asking yes no questions
Hmm.
because I think the universe doesn't work like that, you
Right.
know. But I've been toying with maybe somehow working it into a tarot reading.
Hmm.
Tattooed Spirit says, "Oh, hello. Hey, Jeff. I'm fascinated with tea leaves.
Mm.
Um, the thing is, I'm not fat. I like some tea, mostly herbal tea, and
Mm.
that's why I don't have any good leaves to read. You know, I'm a coffee girl. I guess
Yes.
coffee grounds, but
Coffee is the best.
how do you feel about coffee grounds, Jason?
Can you read those?
Yeah, like Turkish coffee. You read
Wow.
I think they read it kind of just like you read
Like,
tarot leaves.
wow. That's. Hey, I mean, after you read the coffee grounds, you can make a cup of coffee.
Yeah. I think it's just like tea leaf reading. You sip your coffee, see what's in your future and go to work, you
I
know?
mean, if it's not a good reading, then don't drink the coffee or the tea.
Right. Don't drink the tea. Um, what I just lost my question here. Here's something that I'm interested in too, because I have a friend who would tell me all of this symbolism about the cards, and I'd be like, how do you remember that? Because I read a tarot book and it's like in one ear and out the other. How do you study the tarot cards? How do you study?
When I studied the tarot, or what I'm still studying, but I used to buy all these books, and books are great to you know, get into tarot, but it's all about doing the work, like pulling a card and just, intuitively reading with it and then going into the book and see if it matches up with yours. And I think, just putting in the work really makes a difference than just reading a book. Even though books are great, I have a couple great books. They worked wonders with me, but it's all about doing the work.
You lost me at work, Jason.
It's about pulling the cards.
So, what has been your biggest YouTube, I guess, satisfaction or joy?
Hmm. I believe the biggest joy of doing YouTube is connecting with everyone. that watches your stuff or commenting on your stuff. I love the interaction with people. I love the fact that people watch my stuff. I don't anticipate thousands of people watching my stuff, so I really like the close knitted group that watches my stuff, comments. That's a really big joy for me because it makes me push myself to keep going, um, and just being a great resource for folks, and just putting myself out there. I'm a Leo, but I don't consider myself a Leo, so I'm very introverted, which is not a Leo thing, I don't believe. I really need to get into astrology more, but I don't think
Do
a
you
Leo.
know your ascendant or your moon sign?
I did, but I forgot it. Yeah, I've consulted with my mother of all the time that I was
Uh-huh.
born and all that, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, and then I didn't pay any more attention to it. So I'm have to go back and consult with my mom, and because moms, they remember everything.
Yeah.
That's what they just remember everything. So I really appreciate my mom for that and for all that she's ever done for me. So I do need
Oh.
to um, go back and look at my sun, my moon, all of that.
I just had to call my mom too not too long ago because I did an Instagram. I started an astrology challenge and I thought, okay, I'll learn more about astrology, right?
Hmm.
And I had to call my mom and ask what time I was born and things like that. Because I can't find my birth certificate. That's like
Right.
locked, somewhere, in some file where I'm so organized that I can't find it. Um, but yeah, it's really interesting, but it's a lot of information. So
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you are an introverted Leo because you probably are you like me where you like to be the center of attention, but then when you are, you're kind of mortified.
That's one way I've thought about this, which I don't like to be the center of attention, but that's what a Leo is. They're very attention-seeking signs. But when I do get the center of attention, I like it for just a little bit, but then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm tired. It's a little exhausting. So
Yes, I know. I'm an introvert and people don't understand that I just need a lot of time alone, just alone. And you being in a different room is not the same thing as me being completely alone. I don't think
yeah,
I'm kind of weird like that. But
no,
I
with
totally understand you.
yeah, and this
Totally
whole
get it.
pandemic thing, some folks they're like already stir crazy, but I kind of like it.
I know. I told my mom I could do a year of quarantine standing on my head. Like, not a problem.
I can't believe
Never
it.
go out to dinner again. Order takein only.
Hmm.
Fabulous.
Or cook. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it'll be a year next month.
Isn't that crazy?
It
By this
just
time last year, we were almost going to online school.
hmm,
I never thought it would last this long. Did you?
no,
Never thought.
no, that's crazy.
Jeff from Tattooed Spirit says introverted Leos are strong at AF. Okay.
Huh.
I missed the convo, but I think you do have some Leo energy because you have like a big spirit. That to me is what a Leo is. It's like that big energy, and you do have that, but not overbearing. I've known some Leos who are very um, like instantly exhausting to me. But you are not like that. So you have big
Oh,
energy, but
well,
not overwhelming.
oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
I think they're talking about your Tarot by the Pines. You reinvented
Oh.
your channel and you were born in the Pines and feel connected to that.
Yeah, and when I was coming up with the name, I looked up some of the stuff regarding pine trees and pine cones, and apparently like there's this big symbolism surrounding the pine trees, like they represent wisdom, fertility, rebirth. I'm like, wow, that's powerful stuff. The symbolism across many different cultures.
Yeah, they okay. I watched a video, gosh, and I can't remember. This was a long time ago, but someone was talking about pine tree symbolism, and they drink pine tea where they boil the pine needles, not the
Okay.
needles, the cone, and it's supposed to be very nutritious. And they were talking about how people indigenous to that area, because it was so cold, they would get a lot of nutrients from the pine cones,
Hmm.
which I never thought of, boiling a pine cone, but you know, that's, and I think pine trees are beautiful. And I like that there's a variety of pine trees. I have pine trees all around my house, Jason,
Ah,
and pine tar all over my car.
oh no.
But whatever. I don't want to cut my trees down. It's kind of like a little forest in my yard. Jeff
Yeah.
says that moms and ex-wives remember everything.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm a mom and a ex-wife, Jeff, so I would have to agree with you. I'm trying to go. The smell of pine, Allison says, and pine nuts. Pine nuts are so good.
Oh, and the candle that you sent, the pine candle,
Yes.
this smells wonderful.
Does it look
I love
okay?
it.
I
Oh
thought it
yeah.
looked really pretty. Does it smell like pine?
Yes, it smells really nice. And I'm trying to savor it. I don't want to light it yet.
I know.
Like
I have,
I
yeah.
just want to like pick it up and just sniff it. I don't want to light it yet.
I get it. I have to like save. I have tarot decks that I have for weeks and I haven't peeled off the plastic yet because I just like to kind of look at it and it's all pristine.
Yeah.
Jezebel says, not instantly exhausting, not the instantly exhausting kind. Yes, that is a compliment, Jason. You're not one of those Leos.
Oh, well, thank you.
The smell of pine, yeah, it's really,
Mhm.
I love a good Christmas candle. It's like a fresh smell. It's almost like mint or something. It's just kind of fresh. Are pine nuts, someone said pine nuts. Are those from pine?
Hmm.
I don't know.
It's worth a Google.
Tanji says, I love Jason's bath bomb videos. Yes.
Oh yeah, I haven't done one of those in a while.
Yes. I'm still using some of the crystal soap. I'm
Oh
on the
yeah.
amethyst one and I love it. And I have the little citrine up on my shelf up here somewhere that I got out of the soap. I love it.
Nice. Yay. I actually went on a haul recently where I bought more soaps, even though I have a desk drawer full of soaps. When I just had like a big haul and like obviously I won't go through them right away, but like one if I'm going past the drawer, I just pull it open and I just get a big whiff of all these fragrances. It just
And they're so pretty.
yeah.
Like to, I just like to organize things like that and look at them. It's like tarot cards. You take
Yeah.
them out and you look and you organize, and it's fabulous.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a zhuzh,
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about.
Pick me up.
A pick me up, yes. Little, I don't know. I'm off caffeine, Jason. Okay, I've
Um,
I've gotten off caffeine.
wait, how long have you been off?
Caffeine. Probably 2 weeks.
Oh, oh. I'm
I'm
sorry.
surprised I didn't get headaches, but yeah,
Yeah, I get
I feel a lot of
headaches.
anxiety coming up. So I was like, you know what? There's this little voice in the back of my head that says maybe I should ditch some of the caffeine, and so I am.
Well, that's good.
My poor students is all I have to say. Jeff says I put woody incense oil on my pillow every night for good
Ooh,
sleeping.
that sounds really nice, actually.
So many candles smell good, not lit, but then when they're lit, they're overwhelming. I
Yeah.
haven't had too many problems with that. I don't mind being overwhelmed by a good scent sometimes. I
Yes.
know. 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, Tangy, I'm drinking the heck out of decaf. Okay. I love coffee. I just love the taste. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like coffee doesn't do anything for me. I can have a cup at 9 o'clock and I still will go to sleep. It does nothing. I'm immune.
I kind of was like that, and I didn't drink tons of. I've had like a couple of cups of coffee every day. I'd have one when I woke up, and then I'd have one at school to get me through first period, and then decaf if I craved coffee or something.
Hmm.
But for some reason, I still crave the caffeinated coffee. Not that I feel like I need to wake up more or anything like that.
Just a
Tangy
habit.
says native coffee. If my body melted, it would be caffeine. Oh my gosh. Sometimes candles give off too much soot and damage the walls. That happened. Yeah, well,
Mm,
I'm taking my chances, Linda.
yeah, that's actually what's going on here. Because I light a candle every night and I think I let it burn too long. And then when I blow it out, like all you know, the smoke just go poof. But I've learned like a small hack where you just take the candle and you just swish it to have the wax extinguish the flame.
Yeah.
I found that to be more beneficial.
I just put the lid on
Yeah, that'll work.
because it does get smoky. You blow
Hmm.
it out and it's like, so I just put the lid on. Any questions for Jason? Michael is ordering dinner from the place we went on our first date.
Ooh, what kind of food is it?
It's Italian, which is not my favorite kind of food, but
Oh
this place is
no.
really good, and I'm trying something new um, from the menu. So, a new appetizer and stuff. So I'm excited about that. It's like a
Aw,
cheat meal kind of day.
aw. Well, I'm gonna live vicariously through you. I love Italian food.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
not
eat
like
it.
a pasta person or anything.
I
I
could
think
eat
I
it
ordered
every
fish
day.
or something tonight. Jason, what's your favorite candle scent? Jeff says.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go a little basic here. I think I'm gonna say lavender.
Yes, I love
I
lavender.
love yes, I love lavender, and it's a pretty color too. I love like the purple, and it's very calming, relaxing, and it just smells really good.
Tangi says, if you could be, this is a total Tangi question. If you could be any mythical creature, who and why?
Ooh, I think I would be a merman because I love to swim. Yeah,
What body of water would you pick? Ocean, lake?
I would definitely do a lake. Um, yeah, just like the freshness of being outdoors and with the ocean, you like have the salt and all that. Just a good old lake, and I'll be fine. I feel like I connect more with the water
Hmm.
sign, than the fire signs. So definitely a merman. definitely.
You must have some watery stuff in your chart then.
I'm gonna have to get my chart done for sure because I'm very interested in it, especially with the whole moon, the sun. I'm gonna have to. I have homework to do, Amy. I have homework to do.
Yeah, that's your homework. Linda says, I have a question. Do you ever read for loved ones and do they like it?
Ooh, this is a good question. Um, so I do read for loved ones. My partner, who I've been with for 10 years this year, I
Wow.
will read for him, even though he doesn't want me to read for him. So, like, I usually do it every night. I'll just say, just pick a card, and he'll do it, and he'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, you know.
Well,
He'll say, story of my life.
if you're with a tarot reader, that happens. I
Yes.
tell my son on the way to school sometimes, hey, want to pick a card? And he'll be like, okay, whatever.
Aww.
But he'll
Hey,
go, oh, okay.
yeah.
10 years is impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you. It seems longer, Amy.
It seems a lot. Well, it's, after a while, it's just, you don't even need to count anymore. Although Jen is celebrating her 12-year anniversary today.
Wow.
I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
Michael and I celebrated 5, and I think you're right. It's like, when have I not known you? Um, Maria says, Jason, what kind of readings do you like to do? Any particular topics that you like?
Ooh, I like this question. So when I first started doing readings, I would do predictions.
Mhm.
And I mean, prediction readings is fine, but I got so much more value from readings that pertain to, I guess you would call it self-care, like how to approach the upcoming day or approach a certain type of situation. Because we usually go to the tarot either to predict something or to get some type of clarity on a situation. And I tried doing prediction readings not only with myself but other folks. I feel like there was no value for that for me. So I really like to like find some type of aspect within the cards to apply to that day or that week or this year. Um, Definitely type of questions or topics that pertain to that.
I totally agree. Prediction is, I mean, it's one thing to ask, like, which choice might be the best, or if I continue doing this, how might that look? But yeah, it's to me so much more worthwhile to be introspective and learn something about yourself, because I think too much prediction, you become a passenger,
Yeah.
instead of being the person in control.
Hmm.
Allison says, Jason, do you use a significator to identify a card that represents you in tarot?
Um, I don't. But if I had to choose one, like let's say if I start doing it today, I think I would have to go with a wands card, because that's the Leo coming out of me. Um, I would have to pick probably the Knight of Wands.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. The wand suits, I really can't connect with them per se. I feel like there are other suits in the tarot deck that are very much more interesting. Like I love the sword suits, the cups, and yeah, if I had to choose one, it would have to be something from the wands and Knight of Wands. That would have to be one of. That would have to be the card.
And do you use a significator when you read?
I don't know.
I don't either. Do you, Allison? Jen says she doesn't know how her poor hubby has done it. Yeah, Michael's a saint, I always say. I don't know how he puts up with my shit.
Oh.
Um, Jeff says predictions. Ugh, don't get me started. Yeah. Jezebel says, I've been with my guy since the years started with 19.
Oh,
And now we're in the 20s.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jason, are you an avid dreamer? Rochelle says. If so, do you ever dream about tarot?
Oh goodness, that is a good question. I do dream a lot. Unfortunately, they're all nightmares. I don't dream about tarot, although that would be very nice, since the dreams that I've been having lately is me being chased or hunted in my dreams, and I'm sure that's means something. I'll have to Google it and see what that means. Um, but the last dream I had, it was very vivid. Um, I was dreaming about Freddy Krueger. I don't know if you know who that is, Amy.
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
good old, Freddy Krueger. He was chasing me, and what was funny though is because he had a mask on. I guess because of like COVID and everything. And I'm like, it was the most
Oh my
bizarre thing.
God.
But yeah, I do dream, but they're mostly nightmares. And I think it's because when my mom was pregnant with me, she told me that she craved horror movies. You know how she would literally watch horror movies all the time, and then once I came out and came about and I was in diapers, and she said I would literally ruin all of her VHS tapes of horror movies because I would watch them over and over and over. So I think
Funny.
that's where it came from.
I remember you having a video about like Halloween themed bath products.
Yes. Yes.
They were very kind of gory.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Halloween.
I love Halloween. It's my fave. Rochelle says, do you believe in aliens?
I am starting to. There was a recent program that we were watching, me and my partner and I, and it was just like the most fascinating thing of like the idea of aliens and another planet, another life. And I think it's just so cool. I mean, just like with, ghosts and stuff, I definitely believe in ghosts for sure. It's just like the interesting aspect of knowing the unknown.
Yes. I definitely am a believer.
Yeah.
Did you watch the X-Files?
I
Allison, I know you must have watched the
I
X-Files.
did. I did. It was terrifying as a child.
It can be really scary. There are some episodes that have stuck with me, but I believe that there's got to be something else out there besides just us on this little ball spinning around.
And you know what's funny, Amy? I've never seen Mars Attacks. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
I watched it for the very first time this past week, and that was intense. Those little Martians are back in the '90s when I was a child. That would have scared me.
E.T. scared me. I remember watching it, going to the theater and watching it. I was a little kid and not being terrified because I thought E.T. was kind of creepy, didn't want him to show up.
Yeah, he was.
Um, Rochelle says Project Blue Book on the History Channel.
Mm.
Well, Jason, it's 7:22. I'm starving. I got to go eat this food.
I don't blame you. Be sure, to eat some for me, enjoy it. And again, thank you so much for having me. I apologize again for being late.
That's okay.
Um,
Yes, thank you for coming and happy Valentine's Day a day early. And happy 10 years, Jen. Happy anniversary. And check out Jason's channel. Make sure you subscribe, Tarot by the Pines. I'm looking out for your skit, and we're going to have to do some tea leaf reading.
yes, I'm very excited. Happy Valentine's to everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for the comments. Amy, thanks again for having me. This was so much
Of
fun.
course.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.